In this presentation, I'm going to go over our patient-rated outcome measures assignment. On the screen, you'll see Appendix A in our syllabus. So what you're going to do is pick, I'm going to give you the big broad idea of the assignment, and we'll go more into details. So you're going to pick a specific patient-rated outcome measure that you want to use for a patient or groups of patients throughout this time in class. So there are multiple different types of PROs or PROMs. That's another way of talking about them. And so hopefully you'll have a clinical case where you actually can use a PROM or PRO on a clinical case. So you have to think about your patient population that you're working with right now. Is there somebody going through extended rehab, just had surgery, that you can use a patient-rated outcome measure for? So this week, what you're going to do is you're going to actually pick the patient-rated outcome that you want to use. And then starting next week, you'll start actually using that PROM for your patient or patients. You should also work with your preceptor. Maybe there's something there at your clinical site that would be appropriate to use at your clinical site. So, okay, you're going to use that for a certain amount of time, and then you're going to write a paper. In the assignment, you're going to describe your clinical case, and I have a template for all this, and you can read all that. But you'll talk about your clinical case, the demographics, their age, their sport. Don't use their actual name in this. What's the injury history, current status, yada yada yada. Include the PRO that you're using. You can put that as an appendix or link it for it. You'll select it, use this PRO for several weeks. Then you're going to use at least 5 peer-reviewed original research articles related to your patient outcome. After using your PROM for several weeks, address the criteria described below and in Table 4 of the Sanella et al. Article. So that article is here in our class. So you click on that. Let me move this around so you can see it. So this article talks about these different areas that I'm asking you to address. So instrument development, describe the process to develop this instrument. When was it developed? Okay, so then you have validity, responsiveness, reliability, appropriateness, precision, interpretability, acceptability, feasibility. And let's go back here. I haven't put it when I'm making this video, but I'm also going to provide you with another material from one of our textbooks. Person's name now. This book here, the Evidence-Based Practice Book, there's some information there that I will, by the time you're watching this, will be in the class. So again, so acceptability, feasibility, conclusions, and summary. This is kind of the critical part here is, so you do all this, summarize your findings. What did you learn about this PRO from the current literature and using the instrument? What are the strengths and weaknesses of this particular PRO for your clinical practice? What additional steps need to be taken to establish of any of the 9 criteria, of these criteria? Relate this information back to your clinical case, practice, and application. This should be about 2 to 4 pages. Again, I have a template for this when we get to the final assignment. So again, this week in our class, what you're going to do is that you're going to pick your topic for your you'll pick your clinical case, select your PRO, and answer the question, will you be able to use this PRO with any patients while you're on time? Hopefully you can. So again, starting next week, you'll actually start using your PRO in with your patients to learn more about patient-rated outcomes.